Hey, what's happening, all you beautiful people? I'm gonna start trying to work on the Hellcat here. I actually went back and checked on my last updated video. It's been 6 months since I have updated anything on this machine. A lot of stuff has happened, not progress-wise, but a lot of stuff has happened. As you can see, I'm no longer in the old piston broke pig barn. I'm at my body shop here. I moved it in. Winter's just too cold, and I moved it here to hopefully try and make some progress on it while it's cold out. So this was the easiest route, and unfortunately, when I did the move, I ended up dropping it and wrecking it. So all the tube work that I had done there before, it all got broke off, got kind of bent and shit like that. So one day I just came in and welded it all up, and I'll kind of show you where we're sitting here with it. I do have the transfer case sitting back into place. All the tubing is re-welded ish. It's welded a lot sturdier, a lot heavier than I had welded it before. It was just tacked before. When I dropped it, it actually bent the tubing on the Wildcat, and this guy here, this arch tube that goes underneath the T case, got really messed up. I had to do a lot of modifying, a lot of tweaking on it, to the point where I was almost going to start right over, just because it just wasn't working. But I was able to get it massaged out so it does fit again. So I had to bend all this down, do a relief cut there, and then re-weld it to pull it back in. The T case was actually sitting on the bar right here, and I had to really move it over. But now I've got the transfer case sitting where it needs to sit in order to clear the engine. The drive shaft out was actually sitting up here before, so now I've got it down underneath the stator cover again. My plan moving forward is I'm just going to try and build a bracket. I got to start getting to the point where I got to start getting stuff mounted up and hard mounted so I can continue on. So we're going to build a bracket, a bar that goes across here. I got to clean up all this tubing and build a bar that goes across through here, and then get a plate, build a plate up so the transfer case will bolt into it. So I'm going to just start cleaning up some tubing here, get that kind of where I need it to be, and I'm using some heavy shit. I got 3/16 plate steel I've been using as a welding table. I'm going to be cutting a section of this off so I can build the supports for the rear diff and then the hoop for the transfer. Anyway, 6 months. I've been struggling to get back into it. Life's been super busy, but yeah, here we go. Start working on it again. Tap in back a little bit. I got that one lined up, so I'll tap that in, give it a tap, give it a tack weld, and then I'll start doing a cardboard template off the T case to build that plate. T case is set in place, and I've got my little bush light template. Initially my unit of measurement for across here was a 24 pack, and then I used the other side of the 24 pack to kind of make the template. Now I'm going to cut all that out and getting it sit correctly. We'll trim it and start cutting some plate. So T-case is sitting there. It is somewhat, well, it's not bolted up, but it's sitting in place. I have the new plate that I just cut out of 3/16 sitting on top of the tube that I've just got sitting there. We've got a little fucking air compressors running, trying to talk. Anyway, so the transfer case is sitting in the machine on kind of on like I say, I've got my new plate that I just cut sitting on the tube that it's just sitting there, and then everything clears through. So that's kind of the look of it here now. There is a bit of a space there, but being that the T-case is a sealed unit, that doesn't really concern me at all. It is going to be a pain in the ass to clean in there, but it is what it is. I also had to clearance it for the CVT exhaust for the belt, so then my snorkel and stuff will come out and still come out up and over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack weld it on the new pipe. And there we have it. 6 months later, I actually got something done. So there's our plate to accommodate the transfer case. We got some decent welds. Trying to figure out the old pro spot. Should do some TIGging on it. I don't even know how to fucking run that thing, but give her a go, eh? Anyway, so that's on there now. That's nice and sturdy actually, but I'll get that the transfer case bolted up here in a minute. I'll let this cool down, see how the transfer case looks without being held up by a jack and a piece of wood. There we go. Moment of truth. Got a couple bolts on there, sitting where it needs to sit. Output looks relatively centered, so that's good. Let's mock up the drive shaft, make sure that sits in the correct place. Well, how do you like that? We got the transfer case welded, the brace for the transfer case welded to the machine. Transfer case is somewhat bolted. Driveline looks like it's going to somewhat work. I still got to do a lot of figuring out there, but there we have it. That's the first for me. It is bolted in. So that's how it sits. I must say, I'm pretty happy with how everything's turned out. Still a fair bit of fabricating and whatnot to finish everything up, but it's a start. I'm happy. Didn't look like it did much today, but that was 6.5 hours of me fucking around just to get that one piece. So one piece at a time, slow and steady. I don't expect that I'm going to be able to ride it this year. More than likely it'll be just a Jeep year, which is I'm happy with. You know, I'm fortunate. I've got another rig that I really enjoy using, so I'll continue to use that and plug away on this. But there we are, transfer case is sitting in. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, coming along on this journey with me, doing something that has never been done. So once again, I appreciate everyone and you, and yeah, well, we'll see you on the next one.